Companies all around the world should introspect on the way they evaluate their employees and assess them based on the current set of KPI and KRAs. The biggest problem with the current model, according to me, is that it's all based on competition. In my view, collaboration is the key and not competition. Because when you base your whole set of evaluation on competition, when you force two people to compete with each other for any elusive goal, it's too harsh not to expect them to go against each other. And then all those things will result in the form of office politics and a lot of silent bad blood, which in fact in one way or the other affects your bottom line as well. So what I am saying is companies should try to develop a system where an employee doesn't have to bother about justifying themselves or about the performance they are putting. They should be able to just silently, wholeheartedly work for the company, knowing fully that my performance will not go west. My performance is being watched. And this is why, instead of push, now it's the time we should go for the pull, which means uh, if I am the owner of a business and my employees are working wholeheartedly, it's my problem, it's my responsibility, and it's my headache, it's my job to revolve around them 360-degree all around the year and ensure that every bit of high voltage performance they are giving is not going unnoticed, is rewarded. If not on real-time basis, then at least periodically at the end of each quarter, so that there is no such thing as appraisal month once in a year, which is all about anxiety and what kind of appraisal interview will be there, who will be taking it, how do I jot down all those points which I did over the year gone by, because public memory is short and my manager may not be remembering in April this year what exactly I did in August last year. So, by the way, if you do manage to remember all those things which you did 10 months or 11 months back in the previous session year, something is wrong. I'm telling you. Because if you work wholeheartedly involved in the moment for your company, you don't have time to take the back of all those work and jot down your achievements in this hour. Whatever I'm doing, if I do have the time and bandwidth to keep a stock of all these things, I'm not being honest. When you are doing a work out of sheer love, you are totally involved. There is no calculation in it. And in the present model, we are asking to have calculation of the present work that we do in the running time. So, couple of things like moving towards a 360-degree approach where managers has to revolve around the employees to keep rewarding them, boosting their morale all around the year and not just for 1 month. Next, focusing more on collaboration over and above competition. Next, rewarding more the efforts of the impact of the contribution over and above the magnitude of contribution. So this whole idea of quantitative metric excellence on the metric sheet, it should go, because it doesn't give you the right picture. And as I said, that there are so many silent performance in your group. Remember, it's not always the striker in the game of football who deserves the credit. With he might be doing a goal with his header or a pass, but there are so many players who helped set up the goal. So all those people, selfless people who are doing thankless jobs in your companies, who do not take, grab the limelight, but they are silently, selflessly working for your company in one way or the other. Uh, they should. It's your responsibility to keep them rewarded, and they should not feel, ignored or cheated or whatever. They should not feel that you have been apathetic, you have been, indifferent towards them, because ultimately it's the value that one brings onto the table that matters over and above, that the quantitative, performance. Because in coming days, as everything will be automated, most of the manual things will be automated, by the way. So this whole idea of quantitative brilliance will have to fade, and only those kinds of, work will survive, and only those kind of people are going to thrive in the future of workplace, who know how to add value and who know how to bring an emotional intelligence led depth. And that will only come when you are true and honest about your current work, when you work wholeheartedly with love. uh, you can say in one way that, when you have passion in you, you can work hard for the company. But what I'm saying is going one step above. You should work with love for the company. So when you work with true love, you are not expecting anything in return, or you are not doing any kind of calculations. You are unconditionally giving your heart and your time and your presence of the moment to the assigned work for the company. So this is how I feel companies should ensure that this idea of competition makes way for collaboration. All those employees who work silently behind the curtains, behind the scenes, they get rewarded equally well. Next, instead of employees coming to their supervisors and managers for their evals, managers and bosses should be revolving around the employee to make them feel secure that we are there for you. You go on working, just go ahead and enjoy your work, give your best. I'm there for you to take care of all your evaluation. And trust me, your hard work will not go unnoticed. So these are some of the things that companies should brainstorm upon when it's about the evaluation, because we all have gone through all those, monotonous and redundant process of evaluation, and it often brings a lot of anxiety in the days in the building up to those, eval date. And often, not every employee can recollect, as I said, what they did last year, 10 months back on the evaluation day. So the idea is, Mary in August should not be compared with Peter in August. Mary in August should be compared with Mary in March. Peter in March should be compared with Peter in January, and not the idea of making Peter compete with Mary. No, it should not work that way. So let's hope we focus more on the value building of, the work we do, and that will only happen when we focus more on developing human beings. So we go more and more towards people-centric idea of growth in the workplace. So make the employee evaluation process more qualitative over and above quantitative. Make it more collab focused on collaboration over and above competition.